What's up, YouTube? I'm Big T-Rex 2000 here, and today I have a Fortnite Battle Royale video for you guys. I hope that this will help any beginners in Fortnite. So let's jump straight into it. Here is 5 building tips and tricks with editing, all straight in one video. I am on Xbox, so this will be especially useful for new Xbox players. So let's jump straight into it. The first thing has to do with these 2 towers right here. Now, these ones are called 90s, and this is called 180s. First, before I get into those, I want you to do this. Below the Xbox home button, there should be 2 buttons. One of them has 3 lines on it. I want you to click that, and you should go into this menu. Then, on this little sidebar of 4 things, go up to the gear, which should be on the very top. Press A. Then you should be in this little area here. These 2 are very important. What you want to do with these is make sure that you have them to a comfortable number so you can move around fairly fast with no problem. These 2 as well, they are relative. I'm going to be 0.003% faster when I have my building or editing out. Next, go over to the controller symbol, and you need to make sure that you have good, comfortable, and have memorized your controls. I don't really recommend Combat Pro, but whatever floats your boat. If you want to copy my settings, I'll go through it and pause the video as you need. Okay, jumping straight in. So first we're going to learn how to do 90s. So almost all the building techniques, it's 3 out of 5 start off this way. You build a ramp, and then you build a wall there. Then once you're up here, so now this is where it gets unique. Once you're up here, and you're like that, you build a wall there, and then run like that until you're up against it and turn sideways, which should be 90 degrees. That's why it's called 90s. So what you're going to do is you're going to build a wall there, and then if you want to speed it up, you can do that, and then you're already like halfway up. So that's something that you can do, and then you just do that like so. So you just, and as you practice, you'll get faster and faster. And if you mess up, it's fine. Just break it and then practicing again. So those are 90s, and I'll go over these again at the end. So you have, over here you have 180s. They're kind of similar, but like a little bit different. It's like a wider motion. So what you're going to do is you're going to build a ramp and then a wall there. That again. And then you turn around. And then you jump forward, and then that's a 180. You've made a 180 turn. That's why it's called 180s. So you just do that to the desired height, and you're good. So those 2 are pretty similar, and they're definitely very useful for gaining height on opponents. Here's another one for gaining height, which will be facing somebody directly. These you'll use like a few times in a build fight. This one you could use to start one and just be like right off the bat, just start it. So this is what you'll do. Let me break it down, and it'll look kind of like that once you're done. So yeah, what you're gonna do, you're gonna build a ramp, a wall, and then most people, they build a floor and then a wall there. And then they're kind of like on the platform, and then they build a ramp, and then they kind of like glitch on top, which I don't really like. It just doesn't feel as natural, and things like that can happen. And also, something like this can happen, which is even worse. So what I do is I build a floor, and then I build a ramp instead. And then you build a wall there, and then you can do it much faster because I have my right button set so that it's a floor, and then right trigger so that it's a ramp. So even when you make like mistakes like that, you should be going with enough momentum to be able to carry it out and just overcome it. And as you can see, I just walked right through it, because if you build on top of yourself, then you can like choose which direction you go. So yeah, that is floor, wall, ramp. These three are cool and all, but what happens when you mess up and you don't have time to use your pickaxe? Well, that's where edits come in. What edits are is you can alter the shape of anything that you place down, but at the price of it going back to almost 0 HP and then going back up. There's actually a cool trick, which after we're done with the editing stage, I'll show you what it is. So pyramids, some people even like doing this inside of the ramps because they like the 2x2 grid better. I honestly could care less. But so for the ramps, these ones are the most tricky. So these you just gotta practice the most. And this wall has a 100% 3x3 thing. So with the floor, I'll show you. So you see, I can, even when I hit it with my pickaxe, I didn't get it down in one hit. But for like, you can do this trick to break it immediately. Boom. So the reason this works is if you, and I call it like double safety, if you like edit it once, it might not be one shot. So then you set it back and it counts as editing it, and then it's good. So those are edits. So now it's time to kind of combine these four. So this is a 1x1. These are probably one of the most useful, but the least oftenly used. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull out your building menu, and once you're if you just got in a fight and need to use your chug jug, what you can do is you can build something called a 1x1, which you do like that. So I'll show you again. So you build a floor underneath you, a wall, another wall, and just walls all around. Then you quickly look up and build a floor, and that protects you from above. And then as extra protection, since you can't see upwards, then you do that. Then you can drink your chug jug and be at full. Then if somebody's like over there, you can stop and shoot at them. And then you can come back into your little base thing here. And then you're good. So then you can like walk out and stuff. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been 5 building and editing techniques for beginners. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, make sure to leave a dislike and make a comment on what you didn't like. Well, I'm afraid that's it, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to have to say goodbye.